Hi, I'm Debbie Minnerly, a technology instructor at the Poughkeepsie Public Library District. This is our orientation for blended classes at the library. Our blended classes are part online on your own and part in class. We're using tutorials with text and video at GCF Global for most classes. More about that in a few minutes. Some classes will only use YouTube videos. Your instructor will email lessons to you about 1 week before each class. Welcome. This should be viewed if this is your first time taking one of our blended classes beginning September 1st, 2020. If you're taking multiple blended classes, you need to only view this once before your first class. Our blended classes require you to do some online lessons before you come to class. We're using Windows 10 computers at the library. If you're using an Apple computer, there may be some differences depending on the class you're taking. Here's how this works. We'll email you some lessons to do before a class so you have an idea of what we'll be discussing. You don't need to be an expert, just get a general idea of the topics in the lessons. Most lessons are text with an accompanying video, but some may be just video and some may even be just text. Read the material, watch any videos in the lesson so you're familiar with the topics that will be covered in the class. We may not cover everything in every lesson. You can reread or rewatch any of it as often as you'd like. You don't need to be a pro, so don't spend too much time on something, especially if it doesn't make sense to you. Jot down any questions and ask those when you come to class. With this way of learning, you decide how much you'd like to learn. If you only want the basics, read or watch the video for the online lessons before class and try to understand them, but don't stress if you're not getting it. If you want to get a better understanding, follow along if there are activities in the lessons. You can ask questions in class and you'll do an in-class exercise based on the material, so you'll have a chance to use your new skills. For most classes, we'll be using GCF Global, also known as GCF Learn Free. These lessons are 100% free and you don't need to create a login at the site. There will be a PDF document emailed to you that may look like this. You can view it on screen or print it. There will be links to the lessons that you can access by clicking each link. I just clicked the link for Lesson 7 and Word 101. I'm allowing the PDF to access the site, and now I'm at the GCF Global site. Some lessons are short, some are longer. Most have a video of the lesson and many also have a file you can download so you can practice what you're learning. We may not cover everything in every lesson. We'll take a look at downloading and opening the practice file that is found in this lesson. I'll show you downloading in Google Chrome and Microsoft Edge. There are other browsers you might use, Firefox or Safari for example. Most browsers will save a downloaded file in the Downloads folder. You will only be able to open and work with the file if you have the program on the computer you're using. When you open the practice file, it is in protected view at first since it came from the internet. These are safe files according to GCF Global. I've been using their practice files for over 10 years and have never had problems with any of them. Now I'm going to show you how to download in Google Chrome. I'll click Practice Document. At the bottom left of the screen I can see the file that I downloaded. One click. We'll open it up. It will look for the program. It opens up in Word. It is protected right now, so I'll click Enable Editing to be able to work with the file. Now we'll take a look at doing the same thing in Edge, Microsoft Edge. This time I'm clicking Save and then Open to open it up. And once again, I'll click Enable Editing to enable editing in this document. To watch the video with the lesson, click anywhere on the video to begin playing it. As long as you have speakers on the computer, you should hear it. If you don't hear it, you may have muted, as I did. Clicking the speaker unmutes if it was muted. Over on the right side is CC for closed captions. Click it to turn them on. Whether it's muted or not, the captions appear on the screen. There is a pause button that will stop the video temporarily. This video opens up a list of more choices. Clicking the X at the top right closes out that list. If you want to see that list again, click More Videos on the left side. Pause and play as needed. You can also rewind and fast forward. Click the full screen button on the bottom right to go to full screen. The same controls are available in that view. Click Exit Full Screen to go back to the tutorial page. At the bottom of the lesson, there's a button to continue to the next lesson. Remember, some lessons are longer than others. Click the Continue button to go to the next lesson. If instead you want to see a list of all lessons, click Back to Tutorial at the top. When viewing the tutorial with all of the lessons, you may notice a link to the YouTube playlist over on the right side. The link brings you to all the videos available in that tutorial. Be aware that the lesson numbers in the tutorials and YouTube video numbers aren't necessarily the same, so you'll need to look at the specific lessons you've been assigned if you're watching videos from the YouTube playlist. For example, Lesson 7 in the tutorial is listed as Video 5 in the YouTube list. When I click the video, it begins playing. There are similar controls in the YouTube video. YouTube has added options to go to the next or previous video as well. Be aware that sometimes the controls disappear, but will return if you move your mouse onto the video. To find other lessons at GCF Global, you can click Topics at the top of the screen to see a list of what's available, or you can search for something specific. We'll look at Topics. Click on any of the words to find lessons such as Basics of Computers, Microsoft Office, and specific programs such as Word and Excel. When you click on Word, you'll see all the versions that are available. Remember, 2007 and newer are basically the same. The current version, 2019 Office 365, is just shown as Word on that page. If you click Office 2019, you will be at the tutorial page for everything available in that version. Not all programs have tutorials. If you need something that's not shown in the current version, it might be available in a previous version. Now we'll look at searching for something specific. Click the search button, it looks like a magnifying glass, and begin typing. Your search will appear on the left side. I'm searching for the 2007 version of Word. Usually the first result is the tutorial I'm looking for, but sometimes I need to scroll through the results to find what I need. Notice that Text Basics is Lesson 2 in this particular tutorial. They usually have a video as well as an example to download. I'll search one more time for Excel, leaving out the version number. And I'll scroll in the list until I find the one I want. In this case, I'm looking for Excel 2013. If you need some assistance with working on the lessons before you come to class, let me know and I'll see what we can do to help you get them completed. We can discuss on the phone, in an online meeting, or you can make an appointment to see me in person at the Adrian's Library. Let me know if you have any questions. We look forward to seeing you in class after you have completed your pre-class lessons.